this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Dolphins now taking the field, led by the 5th overall pick back in April out of Alabama. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Got a man open. It's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 31 yard.
On 2nd down now. It's Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
On the tackle.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run. Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That'll be complete to Breida. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Complete to Matt Breida.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Matt Breida.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
39-yard line.
Run there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it because he can take it.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down.
Second down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From midfield, here's Tua. Brought in over the middle by Grant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Sanders for
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. There's a handoff to Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolute perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders. And it turned out, in this case, I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago, 1,150 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out of the backfield.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. At the 3. One more time with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Miami set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Dolphins.
On first down, here's Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the Dolphins first down.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
He's across.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, a run with Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
On second down, it's Howard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Tua to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They'll try to run with Breida. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now, what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Dolphins 3.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
In a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by McKay. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Raekwon McMillan able to get him for a loss of about 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal.
And pressure gets to him again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll get this into the hands of Burrito. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A 33-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
5-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
50-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we're at half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
Now comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Wentz now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Wentz on the keeper.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And deep in his own territory, cuts it. That is into the end zone. It's a So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Return. The Dolphins take over first.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going up top for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. One heck of a third down conversion. 33 yards. First down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. The ball carrier.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the ball is in. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Recovered by the defense.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The ball carrier. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's now third.
Now Wentz on third down. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 44-yard line.
On second down, Tua. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 30-yard line. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And we'll get a couple here down to the 22.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. It has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the 3rd down.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Breida on the draw. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tua. It's complete to Grant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Intended for Devontae Parker.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So on 4th and goal, Howard unable to get there. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up. Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5.
The Raiders' 14-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better? Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's pretty good stuff right there.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. Brings up fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 11 yards on the pickup, and this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Today's final score.
So this one a victory for the Raiders. So for Las Vegas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.